I'm asking once again not to say hello in our chat. Who didn't know this information, please do not write it. Because our chat is only for questions and for the presentations. So let's begin. Today it is the introduction to our course, and we are beginning with the purpose of our subject. So after the first lecture, I do hope you will understand the main objectives of our course, main targets of our course, and once again I will repeat the main task for the course paper. So let's begin with strategy. Actually, strategy is a plan for the company, and there are a lot of classifications of the strategy. Actually, there are two main classifications of the strategy. Both classifications are provided by Thompson and Strickland. This is the first one, the classification. What can you see now at your screens? That there are 4 levels of strategy according to the management pyramid. Corporate strategy, business strategy, functional strategy, and operational strategy. And there is the second classification, the second main classification, I mean, of strategies. This is classification according to competitive advantage. So there are two competitive advantages, differentiation and price leadership or cost leadership, as it is written in Thompson and Strickland Strategic Management. And also there are, to this matrix, they are adding the second dimension for the whole market or for some piece of the market. During our course, we are speaking about the corporate strategy. So, during the first lecture, I will try to present you this classification and to show you the place of our subject. So, generally, the strategy is a plan for the company, and by implementing this plan, all the objectives of the company must be attained. At this picture you can see 4 main functions of management: planning, organizing, motivating or leading, and controlling. The result of the planning function is the set of objectives and the ways how to attain these objectives. And generally, the strategy, what we are talking about today, is the result, the product, I would say, of planning function. So, at this stage, management sets all the objectives for the company, and to support every objectives, management of the company must define the tasks, some pieces of activity by which every objective will be supported. And after setting the tasks, management should say, okay, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. So we are delegating, implementing, or providing some tasks. And if a company is rather small, it is completely possible to do it only like this in my example, but however, if the company is rather big, so it's completely impossible to do it like this. For example, in our university we have more than 100 educational departments, only educational departments. And dear students, please switch off the microphone. Check who forgot to, because now I hear somebody. Dear students, please switch off the microphones. Dear students, Tian Shanyan, please switch off your microphone. Okay, I did it by myself. So it is completely impossible to the head of our university to say, okay, the head of management department, actually you are the students of the department of management, you have to prepare some report. The head of marketing department, you have to prepare the same report, etc. and etc. No, our rector, the head of our university, just have to say, okay, dear heads of the departments, you have to do this. And it is possible only through preparing the organizational system of our company. So the result of organizing function is the organizational structure of the company. So any organizational structure lets the head of the company or the heads of the department to delegate tasks not to persons but to positions. Then a supervisor having said to somebody that he or she has to do something, the supervisor has to think whether he has set the incentive for an employee. Actually, I consciously said not reward but incentive, because a reward could be only positive, but incentive could be both positive and negative. And at the stage of the controlling function, the management system has to check if all the objectives are attained during the activity of the company. If something is not okay, if we can see that, if we saw, sorry, that some objective hasn't been attained, it means that we had some problems with our strategy, or we had, and in this case, what does it mean? It means that some objective, maybe one, maybe more, wasn't attainable initially. And maybe we had good strategy, but we couldn't create the organizational system of for our company, or we chose the wrong rewards. And in this case, we have to change something in organizing and or in motivating. However, even if everything is okay, we have to revise our strategy because the external environment is changing every year, every month, every day, every minute, every second. So, for example, who could expect this awful situation in Ukraine, this war? And after this situation, you understand that all companies, not only in Ukraine, but I think also in China, they have to revise the strategy to change something. So, by this short speech, I tried to explain this main topic that the task of crafting strategy is never ending. So it is a process, not like a task that you wrote the strategy and put this document to a shelf and that's all and forget about it. However, you have to review and revise your strategy again and again. And if speaking about a strategy must be crafted at 4 different levels. And speaking a little bit forward, our subject, it is all about this. It is all about the corporate strategy. So, if a company is a diversified company, please pay attention. Here is written a diversified company. A diversified company means that a company has at least 2 strategical business units. What does it mean in simple language? It means that a company is producing at least 2 types of products. What does it mean, 2 types? For example, if a company produces just 2 kinds of pen, this is blue and this is black, this is not a diversification. However, diversification means that a company produces different types of products. Actually, these pens are produced by a big company, BAC company. So if the products of the company were just a pen, the company wasn't the diversified company. However, this company produces also razors, for example, for shaving. Thereafter, we can say that this company is really a diversified company. So I will present the highest level at the end. But I will begin with the second level. The second level, business strategies. And please pay attention that here is written corporate strategy in singular. But it is written business strategies in plural, functional strategies, and operating strategies. Business strategy is a strategy for one strategical business unit of the company. It is, in other words, it is a strategy for producing of one type of products produced by the company. As far as this is hierarchy for a diversified company. It is written in plural because I told you that we call the company as a diversified company if it has at least 2 strategical business units. So business strategy is based on the competitive advantage, and this competitive advantage must be sustainable. It means that we should have some advantage over our rivals, not only now but also in future. So this is strategy. In other words, the third possible way to define what is business strategy. The business strategy is a strategy for one of the set of businesses of the company, for one business. The next level is functional strategy for the company. Functional strategy of the company is the strategy for one functional sphere of the company. Any company has a lot of functional spheres. Any company has financial department, marketing department, HR, R&D, research and development, and etc., etc., etc. And actually, every functional sphere must have some strategy. For example, if speaking about H&R, human resource management, we have to organize. And I'd like to stress that this strategy just supports the business strategy. However, it can have no interconnections with the product produced by the company. For example, we are searching for the new employees for our new shop, and there are 2 principal possibilities. The first is to invite people for the interview by ourselves. Dear students, please switch off the microphones. Dear students, please switch off the microphones. Shame on you, Chen Liu. Shame on you. I asked you to switch off the microphone and you didn't do it. How to just... Dear students, please keep in mind that for now the 2 students, Zinshan Yan and Chen Liu, will have some penalties for not allowed me to deliver the lecture because of the noise. When you are noising, it is impossible for me to deliver lectures. So Chen Liu and Chen Yan, you will have penalties. I will write about it in our chat. Okay, I'm coming to our lecture again. Actually, the human resource department can think whether to organize it just by the department or use outsourcing, use another company to support the business. to support the process of hiring new employees. And you know, this strategy just supports the business strategy, however, it doesn't connect it with the process of production. The next example, for example, IT strategy. It could be the strategy to buy some software, or it could be a strategy to use free software, for example, an open office. Or it may be even the third strategy to use Google instruments. As far as you told me, it is impossible in China. However, it's completely possible in Ukraine to use just the text character and to use spreadsheets, so you do not have to install any special software except Internet Explorer at your computer. And the last level of strategy is operating strategies. Operating strategies are the strategies for some departments, some parts of the companies, maybe shops, maybe some regional departments. For example, our Department of Management, has its own operating strategy within our university. If the company this is the same information which I just presented you, and if the company is single business company, we just have a business strategy, functional strategy, and operating strategy, and that's all. Strategy, so in plural, because here it will be in singular, but functional strategies and operating strategies will be in plural. However, what is the main purpose for corporate strategy? If we have different businesses, for example, the biggest, as far as I know, diversified company in the field of fast-moving consumer good is Procter & Gamble. So they are producing hygiene products for children, hygiene products for ladies, washing powder. Maybe you don't know, but after merging of Gillette company, they are also owners of Gillette trademark, so they are producing razors, etc., everything for shaving, and they are also owners of Duracell trademark, so they are producing batteries. But maybe also you don't know, potato chips Pringles are also being produced by Procter & Gamble company. So we have totally different businesses, totally different. Everything is different. We have different raw materials, because to produce potato chips it's completely different process compared with producing batteries and with producing hygiene products for ladies, for example. Then we have different customers. Maybe our production cycle is organized in the different countries. However, this is one company, and this is one set of owners, and this is one budget. So a corporate strategy for a diversified company is like an umbrella to cover all the businesses, to put all the businesses of the company together. Also, maybe if we have a problem with some strategical business unit. For example, if there is a damage caused by this product, we can have damage for the general reputation of our company. So thereafter also we have to build the corporate culture for all the diversified company. So the corporate strategy is the strategy for a diversified company, and within these strategy, it must be created, it must be prepared the answers to the following questions, which will be presented just in several minutes. And speaking a little bit forward, our subject is all about the corporate strategy. Our subject is about the corporate strategy. I just have presented this information. So, corporate strategy is the plan for diversified company. I decided to put here this picture because all these trademarks are produced by Procter & Gamble company. So a diversified company is a company which has a lot of, more than one strategical business unit. I presented you the main tasks of corporate strategy, so let's repeat it. The first task of corporate strategy is to support the diversification, the process of diversification of the company. Why it is possible, why it is important for a company. Actually, next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, we will speak about the Igor Ansov matrix. Next Wednesday we will discuss the diversification and main driving forces for the diversification. However, it is quite easy to understand that the main purpose is not to put all the eggs into one basket. So if something is wrong with one business, maybe we have less clients than we expected. So maybe the losses from the first strategical business unit can be covered by the profits of other strategical business units of our company. Generally, it is rather difficult to organize the performance in different industries. Thereafter, it must be something to connect everything, and this interconnection must be organized also by corporative culture as a piece of corporate strategy. Then, sometimes it is possible to use the synergy effect. This is the rule 2 + 2 = 5. It is not a mistake, it is impossible in mathematics, but it is possible in economics. How? Okay, I will set you just an example. For example, we decided to rent the warehouse to some store for our products, and we have empty space, and we can use this empty space for another strategical business unit, and in this case our costs will be less. Actually, I will present this information about strategical about synergy between strategical business units in a month. It will be a lecture connected only with synergy effect. And also, as I told you, as we have one budget, we have to divide our capital among our strategical business units. And you know that every strategical business unit will fight to have more and more. And the task of the top management is to divide all the capital somehow. And the main principles also must be prepared at the level of corporate strategy. So these are four main tasks for corporate strategy, and we will discuss all these four tasks within this very course. And who crafts the corporate strategy? The corporate strategy must be crafted by the highest level of management, by top management. The next level, within our subject, we will not speak about other levels of strategy. However, I'd like to present it very briefly. Business strategy, as I told you, is a strategy for a single business within a company. And within the business strategy, we have to analyze the industry for strategical business units. We have to understand the need of our customers. We have to understand the competitive advantage over our rivals. And then we have to create a strategy. It is the general chain from mission statement, then objectives, then tasks. And three last points are the business strategy of the company. And I'm stressing one more time that any business strategy must be based at sustainable competitive advantage. So, what does it mean? It means that our clients must feel that if buying our products, customers will have more value compared with rivals, compared with the products of rivals. Functional strategy, I told you, is a strategy for one sphere of the company. So all the spheres of the company, must be supported by strategy. So any company must have financial strategy, HR strategy, marketing strategy, product development strategy, and etc. And who is responsible for creating this strategy? It is the responsibility of middle management level. And operating strategies is the strategy for the piece of the company, for one department of the company. And operating strategy must be created by the lowest management level. And our subject is all about corporate strategy. So after the course, having prepared the course paper, every student will have the corporate strategy for the company. And speaking also a little bit forward, I will present you all the tasks for the course. Actually, I already have done it, however, I'd like to repeat. So, your first task is to provide a short description of a diversified company, and also you have to provide some images of products. Then you have to create the Ansoff's matrix for the company, then you have to prepare the description of the diversification of the company, then you have to prepare the vertical integration strategy for the company. This is everything connected with diversification, the first part. Then we will have, you will have to, and maybe with the second also with cooperative culture a little bit, when you will have to prepare the BCG matrix and General Electric matrix. It is for investment dividing investments among all the strategical business units. Then you will have to prepare your company for the future. You have to analyze life cycle stage for every strategical business unit, and then you will have to prepare Hofer or Artudolite matrix. And the last task is to prepare the description of a synergy effect for the company. So it will be 9 tasks. And now I will share, first of all, I will this is task number 1. This is not task only for the 2 students, this is task for everybody. These 2 students made noise for me. I just marked their names not to forget their names. So the task was set, and the deadline for this task is the 2nd of December. Or of October, sorry, of October. Definitely of October. And please send all the tasks to this email address. The email Pavel Brin at meta And I will show you some course paper from the previous year just to explain you the structure of a course paper, because maybe somebody missed it, so I will do it now. I saw that some students already sent me the papers. Many thanks, dear students. Okay, here is the example of a course paper. It is the course paper prepared by last year students. First of all, you have to prepare the title page. The title page, it should be written your group and your surname. Here you can see 2022, but you will have 2023 because it is the year of the your study. And the general idea: first time you are sending me only the first task, then you are sending me the second task, the first task and the second task, and you are adding the tasks to one document. And it is necessary to send me all the tasks together in the form of course paper, because, for example, it's not possible for me to check your task number 2 without your task number 1. So you are adding the tasks to the document, and please send it in PDF form. I will write about it in our chat. Not in Word, not in other form, but only in PDF form. Okay, I will write it not to forget about it, because it's very important. Only in PDF. At the end of the course you will have such a document. First of all, the first task is presenting the company. It can be any diversified company. So this student took a Siemens company, so there is some images of products. Then it should be prepared the ANSEF matrix, then it should be the type of diversification, then it should be the description of vertical integration, then it should be the matrix of Boston Consulting Group. Here is a small mistake, however, it's okay. Then it should be the matrix of General Electric. Then it should be levels, stages for every strategical business unit, stages of life cycle. Then it should be Hofer's matrix or Arturo Dorit matrix, and then it should be synergy effects. So please don't be afraid. The course paper is not very big. Every task is from half of page to maybe 1 page, maybe a little bit more only the first task. However, it's only because of the pictures of the products. Dear students, I asked not to say okay and etc. You see, okay. Write about it. Dear students, there are more than 60 students, and if everybody writes okay, hello, goodbye, it will be very difficult to find the information in our chat. So please follow my instruction. I told about it several times last time. Suigukun, I do hope you understood me. And now I'm stopping. What does it mean, the deadline? Before the deadline, it is possible to revise your task. So if you have any problems, you can fix the mistake, and we will discuss the mistakes during the practice every Monday. With Ukrainian speaking groups we will discuss it at 8:30, and with English speaking group we will discuss it at 2:30 p.m. And for now I'm okay. Maybe it is a good idea not to switch off the recording. Maybe somebody has questions. Any questions, any technical questions, you are welcome to ask. You can do it orally or you can do it in our chat. Okay, no questions. Then I'm stopping the